Hello, everyone. I'm Najib, and starting today, I'm going to be posting a sequence of vlogs specifically on investing in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. If you are interested in investing here in Saudi Arabia, I suggest that you watch these vlogs. I'll be trying my best to address various aspects of investing in Saudi Arabia. So it'll be twice a week. And meantime, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, queries, I would appreciate if you please leave me comments. I'll be following your comments and then trying my best to answering or responding to your queries through my own knowledge and experience, or perhaps contacting some authorities, ministries, or industry experts here in Saudi Arabia to get back to you with my response. So, our first session is a very brief introduction into the macroeconomic state of Saudi Arabia's economy. Now, as an investor, as a foreign investor, whenever you contemplate, you plan, you intend to invest in any country, you perhaps look at, or you should look at, three aspects. And those are economic stability, market size, market demand, and finally, capital controls. Good. So let's talk about these three basic points that every foreign investor should look into. Speaking of economic stability, obviously we all know that economic stability is associated with political stability. And I personally can claim safely that there is no country on earth that is more stable, both economically and politically, than the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We all know that the government the government structure rather here is pretty stable. If we look at past 7, 8, 9 decades since the inception of the kingdom in 1930s, we have seen the continuity of the government structure here. And this will continue. We have King Salman ibn Abdul Aziz. We wish him a very healthy, long life. And then we have Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, very young, charismatic, healthy. And we also expect him to live another perhaps 60, 70 years. We wish him a very long and healthy life. So that gives us the political stability aspect. Good. Economic stability. If you look at the economy of Saudi Arabia, if you look at macro variables such as inflation, exchange rates, interest rates, growth, um, again, Saudi Arabia is perhaps one of a very few economies that enjoy economic stability. If you look at their currency exchange, it has been pegged to the US dollar over the past 40 plus years, since 1984, more than 40 years. The exchange rate is pegged and it has always been 1 US dollar to 3.75 Saudi riyals. Inflation, we have never seen more than lower single digit of inflation in Saudi Arabia. It's always been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% at the max. Um, so this is what we mean by stability, both political and economic stability. Secondly, I'm being very quick and brief. We can talk about these aspects in more depth in our following vlogs. Okay. Second, as a foreign investor, you look at the market demand. Market demand in Saudi Arabia is pretty decent and expected to grow for the next 20, 30 years. And why do I say this? Well, let's look at its demographics. So Saudi Arabia has about 35 million population. Even if we subtract the expatriates, that number in around 10 million, we still have very healthy number of population, which is 25 million. And if you look at the demographics of a Saudi population, 2/3 of them are very young, younger than 29. And out of these 2/3, 1/3 is even under the age of 14. So what does that mean? That means a constant stream of market demand. Okay, so you have these 2/3 that are very young, and the mean age or median age of getting married in Saudi Arabia is around in the mid 20s. So if you have a 2/3 population under the age of 29, that implies that they are all pretty much getting closer to getting married. And when they get married, they need a house, they need a car, they need furniture, they need appliances, they need education for their kids, they need other services, banking sector services, financial services, insurance products, you name it. So here you have demand. Now, you may say, well, there are many countries who have much bigger size of population than Saudi Arabia and much bigger size of younger people. But in economics, demand doesn't mean number of people. Market demand never means only number of consumers or number of people. No. Market demand in economics is defined as affordability and willingness. Okay? So if you have people who are willing to purchase your product and service, and they can afford to purchase and your product and service, that is market demand. And we know that Saudi Arabia has a very decent per capita income, and purchasing power is really decent here. So given that, market demand is pretty healthy here, and it could only grow from here. The next 10, 15, 20, 30 years, you can easily assume that this market demand will continue growing. And finally, to end my vlog, because I promised less than 10 minutes, capital controls. As a foreign investor, you are always concerned with taking your money out of a country. Be assured, be relaxed. There are no capital controls in Saudi Arabia. No matter how much money you make here, profits you make here as an investor, nobody is going to ask you any question when you want to take back your profits to your home country. There are no capital controls. Okay, so these are the three first very important and critical points that a foreign investor thinks or has to think about. And those are, again, stability, both political and economic stability, market demand, and capital controls. Next vlog, I will be delving in more depth on these topics. So please stay tuned for my next vlog. Until then, Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.